First one is from r/ecommerce, and this user asks, what other content should be on my website aside from my products and base e-com functionality?
Oh, that's a great question, because I think a lot of times if you're using a Shopify or one of the off-the-shelf systems, you should kind of go through and do what they ask you to do. And there are two or three classifications. I'll name two and let you kind of expand on them. I think the first is signals of trust. So signals of trust is a broad thing. So you're this random retailer. You're not Amazon, regardless of whether you think you are. And so how do you get people to trust you? They just discovered your brand through a search engine or social engine or something like that. And so how do you do it? Well, things like a 1-800 number, if you have it, a satisfaction guaranteed banner, reviews from satisfied customers, testimonials, that sort of thing. So that's a broad category. The second is content. So in that content, and I'll let you speak to this particular piece of it because you're better at it, but what's your story? Why do you exist? What's your brand all about? And then real content. So prove you're the expert. Are you this dumb pipe that most retailers are? And if you are, Amazon's already won that game. They're a better dumb pipe than you'll ever be. And if they're not, Walmart is. And if they're not, Target is. And so don't be a dumb pipe of a retailer. You're going to go out of business. So content proves that you know what you're talking about and can add value to the equation beyond just the supply chain and logistics of I have a product and I'll ship it to you and hopefully it'll arrive. So talk about the branding.
I think weaving your brand story through your product pages, through your homepage, through your blog is super important, because that creates a cohesive experience and it creates something that people can lean on and expect from you. So when you're telling the story of why your shirts or your widgets or whatever you're selling are so good, you're telling that on the product page, you're telling it on the homepage. Even sometimes on the collections pages, you have further detail about who you are. And I think that really builds trust while people are shopping. And back to trust again, those little trust badges, whether in the footer or on the product page, can really make a conversion rate difference. I know back at Country Outfit.
Oh yeah, that was a good A/B test. Yeah, that was a really good one. And A/B testing's the next one, so we won't dive into that. But we'll tell that story in a second. But the About Us is really one of the more important things on there, and you kind of pushed us this direction. So here we are, we're Engine, we build e-commerce software. Well, the engineer in me and the very linear algorithmic guy says, here's our list of features, point 1, point 2, point 3. It's like, how are we differentiated? Until you tell the story of the humans behind it and what we built before and why we came into this, there's a really grand story around it. So I don't know that we've done it right, but we've at least done it.
We've tried.
Yeah, we've at least tried at that point. So.